Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello children, how are you all? Hope you are doing good. Alhamdulillah. In our previous class, we learned about cheras, isn't it? Okay, can you tell me what will be our next topic?
It must be Cholas, ma'am.
Exactly, you're right. MashaAllah. Okay, come on, let's learn about Cholas in detail. The Chola dynasty is believed to have originated from the fertile valley of river Kaveri. The Cholas ruled from the 9th century to the 13th century and secured a firm hold on many areas in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. They spread Indian culture in foreign lands and constructed grand temples and encouraged Tamil literature. Sangam literature states that Karikala Chola was the founder of this dynasty. Vijayalaya Chola made Tanjavur as his capital and revived the kingdom. King Rajaraja I was an able administrator. He expanded his kingdom and strengthened its foundations. The Cheras, Gangas and Pandyas were overpowered by him. He built a strong naval force and captured Sri Lanka and began overseas trade. He built Brihadishwara temple. He greatly influenced the politics, economy and culture of Sri Lanka, Malaysia and Singapore. The Chola Empire became weak during the rule of Rajendra Chola III and the Pandyas easily overpowered them. The administrative system of Cholas was able and efficient. The Chola Kingdom was divided into Mandalam, Kotwangi, Nadu, Kurram and Tarakurram or village. There was a committee of subjects called Ur in every village. Every Kurram had a village committee named Mahasabha, whose members were chosen through election. Sanskrit scholars and rich people were allowed to stand for them. The tax collected was 1/6 part of the land revenue. Cholas constructed many lakes like Belandur Lake near Bangalore. They built a huge pond in Gangaikonda Cholapuram and paid attention to irrigation. As Rajendra Chola collected sacred water from the holy river in golden pots and poured it into a tank and called Chola Ganga. So he was honored with the title Gangai Kondan, which means victory over Ganga. The land of Cholas was fertile due to the river Kaveri. The greatest ruler among the Cholas was Karikala Cholan. At a very young age, he disguised as an old man and tactfully justified a case. He built Kallanai, the grand Anaikat, across the river Kaveri. This grand Anaikat, the Kallanai Dam, is thought to be the oldest dam in the world that is still in use. The Brihadishwara temple is an example of fine architecture. The temple is about 500 feet tall and has a 250 feet wide courtyard. King Rajendra built the Choleshwara temple. The temples were the centers of education and religious activities. Tamil literature found all-round development during this period, like Ramayana written by Kamban, Periya Puranam composed by Sekiyar, and Tirukkavideva's Jivika Chintamani are some noteworthy works of this period. Chola prince, who called himself Kulatonga or star of the dynasty, under his rule Sri Lanka gained independence from the Chola rule. His reign was of peace and prosperity. Trade with Southeast Asia arose with diplomatic missions sent to China. Later, Chola rulers lost control to Western Chalukya king Vikramaditya VI. The future Chola kings all faced trouble in one way or the other. So, Chola Empire shrank to the region around Tanjore. And soon came to an end. That's it about Cholas. And let's have a quick recap on Chola dynasty. The Chola ruled from the 9th to 13th century and took firm hold on many areas in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. Karikala Chola was the founder of this dynasty. Vijayalaya Chola made Tanjore as his capital. King Rajaraja I built strong naval force and captured Sri Lanka. The kingdom was divided into Mandalam, Kotwangi, Nadu, Kurram and Tarakurram. Okay, let me ask you a few questions now. Are you all ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me who was the greatest Chola king?
Karikala Cholan was the greatest Chola king.
Wonderful, dear. Okay, next one. Name the capital and port of the Cholas.
Urayur is its capital and Kaveri Pumpattinam is its port.
Very good, mashallah. And before ending, it's my humble request to all my dear children, please don't continue to use your mobile phones even after your classes, since they are hazardous to your health. Thank you. Jazakallahu khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.